What's up, guys? This is Michael from Chicken Talks, and today is my movie talks, where I talk about latest movie news, updates, and reviews, and I give you my thoughts on it. So if you're wondering why I am not as energetic as I usually am, well, it's because I'm still trying to process everything that I just witnessed. Today we are going to be reviewing Avengers Infinity War. And this is going to be a non-spoiler review. There will be a spoiler one next week. And so let's get started. So pretty much the story goes, it's pretty much the Avengers and the Guardians of the Galaxy group. This is in the trailer, of course. They all group up and pretty much just try to stop Thanos from getting all the Infinity Stones. We all knew that in the trailers, and we all knew that already. So of course that's not spoiling anything. And they all group up, and they're all in groups. They're all in groups. That's what most of this movie is. They're all in groups and teams, and they're all trying to go up against Thanos. They're all trying to stop Thanos, not go up against Thanos. So pretty much the first thing I want to talk about is, since he's like the main big baddie of the thing, and he's like the biggest thing on, literally the biggest thing. He's huge. So what did I think of Thanos? Thanos is one of the best villains, probably the best Marvel villain they have made so far. He's better than Loki, he's better than Ultron, he's better than Hela, Killmonger. Every Marvel villain they've done before is nothing in comparison to Thanos. Thanos is on a whole other level. I love his character. I love his design. I love everything Thanos was in this movie, and he truly was a huge threat in this movie, and you truly saw it in the movie. You 100% saw it in the movie, and his whole squad was just as menacing and just as intimidating as him. So all I gotta say is nothing but positive things about Thanos, so good on him. So one thing that I did say that they did in the movie is that there were a bunch of teams in this movie. There was like Team A, Team B, Team C, Team D, and like it was pretty much like that. And they were like pretty much just like in each team they were trying to like do something to stop Thanos from getting the Infinity Stones. And it worked out really well for them, because with from the runtime, I don't know how long this movie was, but believe me, it felt like I was in that. I could have been in that theater for days, and I wouldn't have minded one bit. But that was a long movie. It felt like a really, really long movie. And when you sit down, you truly feel it, especially when they cut to Team B, and then they cut back to Team A, and then they cut back to Team C. And in my opinion, like the way they did it, it worked, and it didn't feel like it didn't mesh well. It felt like everything meshed perfectly together. Like each person from this movie, it worked, and it was just crazy seeing them all like just collaborate and just seeing them talk. It was something that we've all been waiting for. We've been waiting to see Star-Lord talk to Tony Stark. We've been waiting to see like Rocket Raccoon talk to Thor. We've been waiting to see like all these characters do these interactions with these other characters, and it worked out so well. Like the fight scenes were great, and everything in this movie was done so well. Like, and just everything was crazy. Like by the end of it, I couldn't process it. Like I said, this is literally after me coming out of the movie theater at like 5, maybe even 10 minutes, not even 10. I feel like I feel like it was like at least 7 minutes after coming out of the movie theater, and just me processing everything. So you're pretty much just getting, like I said, the spoiler one's gonna come out next week, and now I'll have time to process it, and then I'll be able to talk more about the actual movie, because you need a spoiler review for this movie. So, and plus making the review a week later works better for me, because then people will have already seen it, and then I can just tell them how I feel about it. And believe me, that's when, also that will be when I give my ranking, because I don't want to give my ranking until the spoiler review. So yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. And man, this movie was something else. This movie was on a grand scale, unlike any movie I've seen before. And it makes sense considering that each movie. Each character had their own individual movie, and it worked out so well in the long run. And it truly had that grand scale that I was hoping to get from this movie. It truly felt like they were on a grand scale. This whole movie felt huge from beginning to end. It felt like one of the biggest movies that I have ever witnessed in my entire life. And this whole experience, just from the movie itself, was just so immersive. Like, I was gonna say so good, but good isn't the word. It was more than that. It was such an experience watching this movie. And it was something that I'll probably never forget, because I've never sat down in a theater. The only time I ever had a feeling like this coming out of a movie theater, where I just felt immersed into the world and felt like I was really in there, I felt like I was really feeling all the characters and stuff, was probably when I saw Avatar in 3D. That was the only time I ever had that feeling and that experience, and that was a journey, because it felt like watching Avatar in IMAX 3D was something that I will never forget, because that was an experience on its own. But this felt even grander than that, because this was, of course, was on a grander scale. This was like 10 years in the making, and it truly, in my opinion, it succeeded completely. And I cannot wait for everything else Marvel has to do, and everything else Marvel has in the future. So anyway, guys, you'll get my final verdict in the spoiler review, and this was I still am trying to process everything. And anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, peck that like button with your chicken beaks. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and subscribe to my channel. This is Michael, and go see me for my spoiler review. Man!